well. And overall, this was just, I feel like, a really amazing skin. This one's gonna get an A+ for me because, again, an amazing skin. I mean, they messed up on this one in my opinion. This one's gonna get an F because wrong place, wrong time, wrong everything about this skin. There's just nothing good about it in my opinion. So, boys and girls, Jaydon0054 here, and today I bring you my official FNaF AR skin, well, skin rating, basically. I will rate, this is where I will rate every skin from Shamrock to frostbite. And without further ado, let's get in. So first off, as we just said, we have Shamrock. Now, this skin is, in my opinion, a horrible skin. It's a green remix of Freddy with a little bit of gold, and that's all. It's just green Freddy with a couple 40 clovers and whatnot. I will admit the shine on it does look pretty cool in the game, but overall I do not like the skin, and I'll put this skin as an F. Next up we have Chocolate Bonnie. Now Chocolate Bonnie here was our first Easter skin that we got, and I think there was something else leaked, and I don't think this was expected, but we did end up getting Chocolate Bonnie. This skin is not horrible in my opinion, but I don't like it either. Just there's nothing special about it. I mean, it's just Chocolate Bonnie. I mean, it's original, but I just overall don't like it. I do appreciate the originality to it, but I'm gonna have to give this skin a C. Next up we have Easter Bonnie. This skin I hate. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I just hate this skin overall. No one expects us to get a second Bonnie skin. And I know I wasn't for sure. And I didn't want another Bonnie skin. And we haven't gotten another Bonnie skin since. Not only did this ruin our chances to get another Bonnie skin for a long time, this also was a horrible skin that we didn't need. We only needed one Easter Bonnie. We only needed one Easter skin for Bonnie, and it's just a white version of Bonnie with an Easter egg in its stomach. That's all it is. I mean, there's nothing special about it. This one's getting an F. Next up we have Boulder Toy Freddy. Now, this one was, I think, liked by a lot of people. And I don't hate it, in all honesty. I think it's a decent skin. I mean, I like the idea behind it. It has two different forms actually, so I mean, that's another really cool thing they introduced. And I would have to say I like the attack form better. But still, the workshop form and the attack form are both sick in my opinion, and they did a pretty good job on the skin. But I wanted to give this skin a B- because I just don't. It's just, there's nothing to extremely love about it. I just think the workshop form is just, I just don't like it. I mean, I just don't like it. Next up we have High Score Toy Chica. This was another one that had a workshop form and a attack form. Again, I think the attack form was better on this one. I wish we could see the attack form in the shop, or yeah, the workshop, but it's only when it's attacking. I do love the colors on the attack form, but the workshop form is pretty sick as well. I mean, I don't appreciate this skin enough. I mean, I think it's pretty cool skin overall, and I'm gonna give this one a B+ because it was just I just like the design on this one overall. Next up we have Marauder Toy Body. This was an interesting skin. It was the last skin of our Arcade Mayhem event. And I don't like the skin really at all. It's just, I like the design. I don't really like the design on it. Well, I do, but I don't. The color is just red. I mean, I love the color red. It's my favorite color, and I just don't like it here. It's just not a good job. This one did not have an attack form. It only had a workshop form. So, well, it had a workshop and attack form. It's the same thing. So, I mean, I know it was never intended to be a workshop and attack animatronic, but I really would have liked this to be, considering out of all the FNaF 2 animatronics in this game, Toy Body was my favorite. But I'm gonna have to give this skin a C- because I just don't like this skin at all, in all honesty. Then that wraps up our Arcade Mayhem event. Next we have Radioactive Foxy. Now this was our first animatronic in the Wasteland event, and honestly, we didn't have a Foxy skin yet, so people weren't thinking Foxy, Bowling Boy, or Mangle. Obviously we didn't get a Bowling Boy skin till later, nor did we get a Mangle skin till later. But I feel like Radioactive Foxy here was actually a decent skin, but again, it's just all grade. I do love the double hooks and whatnot. This is where they started introducing different workshop animations for the skins, I'm pretty sure. Because no, they didn't start that with System Error, I know. So yeah, they started it here with Radioactive Foxy. So I love that idea. And overall, I just had to give this skin I think a C+. Because again, it wasn't horrible, but again, just the one color and just nothing really special about it besides its two hooks. And yeah, I just had to give it a C+. I feel that's a fair grade on it. Next we have our second and weirdly final animatronic in the Wasteland event, and that is Toxic Springtrap. Now, I don't think anyone was necessarily expecting this skin at all. We weren't expecting a Springtrap or an Endo skin, really ever, because, well, there's Springtrap and Endo. I mean, who would expect it? Who would expect a Springtrap or Endo skin? But yeah, we ended up getting a Springtrap skin here, and honestly, this is one of the most hated skins, I think, but purple is another one of my favorite colors. And here I just like the bubbles, and they didn't change a lot about it. I mean, which I kind of like, in all honesty, but I'm gonna have to agree with the community here, and I'm gonna give this one just a B minus, because again, while I love the colors and the bubbles on it, there really wasn't nothing hugely changed about it, and it's just I like the colors, but besides that, nothing else. Next up we have the first animatronic in our Summer 2020 event, Firework Freddy. I don't think anyone was expecting this as our second Freddy skin. This Firework Freddy was an interesting skin. No one believed it when it was leaked. I didn't believe it when it was leaked. One of my friends called me and said, "Hey, what do you think the skin is? It's interesting." And I'm like, "Hey, bit baby." He's like, "Nope." And I'm like, well, I go into the game and I see a redneck Southern Freddy, and I'm like, huh. I mean, it's not a bad skin, but I like the firework. I like the huge firework that it's holding, and just like the design on it, I think is pretty actually decent. I'm gonna have to give this one an A minus, because honestly there was nothing horrible about it, and it was actually a pretty good skin for the 4th of July. I'm pretty sure this came out 1 to 3 days before the 4th of July, but still. Next up we have our second and again final skin in in the summer 2020 event. Excuse me, Liberty Chica. Now this is another skin that I think it gets a lot of backlash because nobody really likes it, which I can understand. There's nothing really special about it. I mean, again, it was another skin basically celebrating the 4th of July. I like the blue coloring on it. I like the eyes when it's trying to get you, but again, there's really nothing else too special about it that I've seen. And again, just because there's nothing really special about it, I'm gonna have to give this one a C. Again, I just didn't see anything special about it. Next up we have our first animatronic in the Sizzling Summer event. The Sizzling Summer event, which was at the time it came out, the longest lasting event with the most skins. And the first one that we got, which was really unexpected, Flamethrower Endo. Now, I don't think, along with Springtrap, no one was expecting this Endo skin. I know for a fact no one was expecting this. They did something interesting with this one. because you can have endos in every single slot without, like, unlike other suits and skins. So they made this one a different slot, so that way you couldn't, like, use it over and over, which I think is really smart by Lumix. I mean, really, really smart there. This guy, I mean, I like his design. I like the workshop animation, I like the orange coloring, I like everything about this skin. I like the french fry legs when you're looking down at his haywire. I just like everything about this skin. I'm going to have to give this one an A because I love this skin. I mean, it's an endo skin, but I love this skin. Next up we have our second animatronic in the Sizzling Summer event, which I think this game was pretty much forgotten about. Broiler Baby. Now, this is another interesting skin where I don't really feel like anyone was expecting a baby skin either, but we had a Springtrap and endo skin, so it wasn't really that unexpected. Broiler Baby, again, nothing special about it. It's got the stove in its chest, or in its stomach, and that's all. That's different about it. Besides the coloring, and I'm going to give this one a D because, again, nothing special about it, and I just don't like the coloring around it either. I think a lot of people can agree with this one. Next up we have our third animatronic in the Sizzling Summer event, Scorching Chica. Now this skin I feel like wasn't really expected either because we had just gotten the first Chica skin, and I don't think anyone was thinking we would get a second one. But then we ended up getting Scorching Chica. I like the eyes on this one because makes it look a lot angrier. But that's really the only thing that was changed about it. And this one's gonna have to get another D because, again, the coloring wasn't very good around it in my opinion, and no one really see anything special about this one. And that brings it to another D. This was probably the least expected one that we got in this event. And this was the last animatronic in our Sizzling Summer event. Flaming Springtrap. Now this skin, I mean, it has like the crackling sound in the workshop, and I mean, it's just on fire, which, I mean, I like the originality behind this one, but again, nothing extremely changed about it. I mean, I wish there was, like, something else changed about it, like its design. I know that that's asking a bit too much, but still, this one was a pretty interesting skin, I feel like, and overall, I feel like this was a pretty good skin. Besides the fact that it literally looked down when it haywired, and you couldn't see that, that's gonna bring the grade down for me majorly, and I'm gonna have to give this one a C-, because, again, there was just too much wrong with the skin for it to be considered a good skin, in my opinion. And this was our first animatronic. We're getting into kind of recent now. Our first animatronic in the Dark Circus event, Ringmaster Foxy. Now, at first, this was one of those skins that I thought was good when it came out, but looking back at it, it's really kind of not. I will say, I love the coloring around it. I love the whip that it has. I love everything about the skin overall. This one's gonna get an A- for me because I just like the skin, and it's another Foxy skin, and I just like it. I mean, I feel like a lot of people like this one when it came out as well. And I don't think anyone really hates this skin, so A- for me is what this one's gonna get. The next skin in the Dark Circus event was a skin for an animatronic that had been getting requested for a skin for a long time. Magician Mangle, one of my favorite skins in the game. This thing, its haywire is huge, is really big. It has like the Sans eye, but the only problem is if you're left fighting with like Springtrap CPU, you couldn't tell the difference between its eyes. Still, this thing had like floating knives around it, like they're like inside of like rifts from like Fortnite. I love that touch as well. And overall, this was just, I feel like, a really amazing skin. This one's gonna get an A+ for me because, again, an amazing skin, in my opinion. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the skin. I mean, it was perfect for me. I'm not doing S's. I'm not doing S rankings, just so you know. So, the next skin, our last skin in the Dark Circus event, was probably the biggest surprise that we had ever gotten in FNaF AR. Crowned Springtrap. third Springtrap skin. You could hardly tell the difference between the eyes when you lowered it for the first time, because you didn't expect it. It's got the hammer, and that's about all that there is to it. I mean, it's chunky, of course, but still. D for this one. It's just I'm not crazy about this skin. I mean, I'm just not. I feel like a lot of people can agree with that as well. I mean, people just don't like the skin. The next skin was classified in the Halloween event. If you didn't know this, it was the only skin we got in the Halloween event. Katarina Torchica. I mean, I have a lot of problems with this skin. First of all, I don't think they should have introduced a toy skin as the Halloween event skin. I know this was a reference to the Day of the Dad, and still, I don't like this skin hardly at all. Its design is decent, but I just don't like the skin. I feel like they could have like added the puppet or something for Halloween, but I do not like this skin really at all. Because I mean, in the next event, of course, we had Toy Freddy, Toy Body, and so on and so forth. And still, I feel like that was a missed opportunity for them to add the puppet and then another round of toy skins. But with that, I mean, they messed up on this one, in my opinion. This one's going to get an F because wrong place, wrong time, wrong everything about this skin. There's just nothing good about it, in my opinion. The next one we have our second most recent event. This one was Woodland Toy Freddy. This skin was actually, I don't think nobody really expected, this event. It's the Haunted Forest event, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not. But Woodland Toy Freddy, I just like the design behind it. I like its stick. I just like the wood, like, texture to it. I like a lot about this skin. But again, nothing really different about it. B+ for this one. Just because not a lot different about it. Next one is Boulder Toy Body, our second animatronic in the Haunted Forest event. This one was expected because we just got in the Toy Freddy. We had a Torchica, Toy Freddy, and then of course Toy Body would be next. Again, I like the no eyes in this one. I like the rocky texture. I like the moss texture to it. I like a lot about this skin. I'm gonna have to give this one an A- because I mean, I like a lot about this skin, in all honesty. No, you know what? I'm gonna give this one an A. I'm gonna give this one an A because again, I mean, I like the skin. In all honesty, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. The next skin was a bit expected because we had gotten a lot of FNaF 2 animatronics skin before this. But we haven't gotten a Blue Boy skin yet, and this changed here because, and plus Olympics had leaked that they're gonna release a Blue Boy skin eventually. Swamp Blue Boy. This skin was, I mean, I like the texture to this one, the mud texture, but not a lot about this skin. I mean, there's not a lot about it. I like the rot on the sign. I like the smile, but there's just something about this skin that I just don't like. I've talked to people about this skin because I know this is one of the most like mixed skins, and a lot of people said that there's nothing like extremely interesting about the skin. I'm gonna give this one a C+ because exactly what I just said. The next skin was our first skin in the most recent event, Winter Wonderland. No one really expected this skin at all. Black Eyes Frostbear. Now, I love Frostbear in this game. It is my favorite animatronic in the game. As far as like, the design and all that goes. This thing was, I mean, again, unexpected because it was Frostbear. But, I mean, it made sense. This thing is just a recoloring of Frostbear, like darker, but with like a lot of like Does it have a spear too that it holds or something like that? I think it does. I forget. I'm sorry. And it has like the ice spirit, I think. But again, not a lot that's memorable about the skin. I love the design and all that behind it. Don't get me wrong, but again, it's just nothing incredibly different about it. I mean, C plus again, because I mean, there's nothing unique about it. That there isn't with Frostbear, in all honesty. Next, we have our second animatronic in the Winter Wonderland event, Arctic Ballora. Now, this skin was long due because we had already had Ballora for a long time here, and I think we got Ballora as a start of the Dark Circus event. I think so. We had been long expecting a Ballora skin, and honestly, this is tied with my favorite skin. I like the coloring. I like the I guess you could say ice coat. I like the queen design to it. I mean, there's not a lot different about this skin, I know, but I mean, it's just, I love the skin. And you can hear like the Christmas music too on the Lord ones. A plus, because I mean, great design and great idea on this one, in my opinion. The next skin I feel like was a bit unexpected. We had just gotten the Balloon Boy skin, and then they just gave us another one, Frostbite Balloon Boy. Frostbite Balloon Boy it's one of the most forgettable skins in my opinion. It's basically Balloon Boy with just like an ice body and a different sign and a different face, and that's really all there is to it. I mean, that's pretty good for a Balloon Boy. A lot of people like this skin, but I just don't like the skin really at all. There's nothing memorable about it. I'm not gonna remember this skin in 3 months, in all honesty. It's not gonna stand out to me. C, because I would give this one a lot lower grade, but I'm gonna have to go with the community on this one and give it a C. I feel like that's pretty generous for what I'm wanting to give it. The next skin is our most recent skin. We have Frost plushtrap. Now, this thing, I haven't fought it a lot. I've fought it a couple times, but I haven't fought it a lot. I have a few problems with this skin right now. Frost plushtrap was... I mean, this came out on Christmas Eve. I couldn't do a stream on this one because I was celebrating with my family. If you didn't know, Frost plushtrap, it's cool. It's got the different room. It's got the more crazy looking eyes, but nothing different about it, really. I mean, the room and the eyes. That's all. I love this skin. I love its design, but again, I have to go with the community on this one. People like the idea of plushtrap skin, but the skin, in all, is going to have to get a C minus, because again, I love the idea of a plushtrap skin, but I have to go with the skin design and this about the skin, all in all, and it's just not unique to me. And with that, that's going to do it for our rating on every skin. There you go. I mean, I'll try to do a timestamp on every skin in the description, but I don't know if I will or not. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, because this is about a 24-minute video by now, it looks like. But I know there's probably a lot of ratings people don't agree with on this one, because I had a few biased ones on there, but still, I mean, I was going by my opinion and the community's opinion balanced out and put together. So I feel like one's like Frostbite Balloon Boy, I hated that one, but in the community liked it, so I put it together, and I would have gave that one probably an F if it weren't for the community liking it so much. But that's gonna do it for this rating on every FNaF skin. We're getting a new one tomorrow, December 31st. New Year's Eve, 2 more days of 2020 left. Let's freaking go. we just hit 3K. This was another bit of a 3K special for my channel. Hopefully we can get this channel to greater heights by the end of 2021. My main goal is to get to 10K by 2021. Does that sound crazy? Yes, it does. But if anything's possible if you just believe, and I 100% believe in you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.